Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome and thank you for coming to our program. I'm Julie. I'm a librarian in the San Mateo County Libraries. And with me are David and Debbie who are going to help me today. Do you want to guys say hi?
Hi, everyone. Can't wait to ask some of your questions today.
Hi, everybody. Looking forward to the fun program.
Alrighty. Before we get started, there are a few housekeeping items to cover. First, I'd like to tell you about a new resource page that we have on our website with information about COVID-19. Go to smcl.org/COVID to find more information. Okay, for this webinar, if you want to use the live closed captions, click on the CC icon in your Zoom toolbar, then click on Show Subtitle. To increase the font size of your Zoom subtitles, click on the CC icon, then click on Subtitle Settings and increase the font size. If you'd like to access a live transcript of the dialogue, click on the CC icon in your Zoom toolbar, then click on View Live Full Transcript. Your video, audio, and chat functions have been turned off for this webinar. We would love for you to submit questions using the Q&A function. Just click on Q&A at the bottom of your Zoom screen and type in your question. This webinar is being recorded and will be posted on our YouTube channel tomorrow. Okay, let's get started. I'd like to welcome Shawn Harris and Mac Barnett to our program. Shawn is an artist and musician. He created the art for the books Her Right Foot and What Can a Citizen Do, both written by Dave Eggers, as well as the book Everyone's Awake, written by Colin Malloy. His latest book is titled A Polar Bear in the Snow, which is a collaboration with his friend Mac Barnett. Mac is a best-selling, award-winning author of many fantastic children's books. His popular book club on Instagram, titled Mac's Book Club Show, is followed by fans from all 7 continents. Shawn and Mac are also pioneers in the genre of live cartoons, which you can check out on their Instagram pages. We're so excited to have them both here, and now it's drawing time with Shawn.
Do you see a book sitting in a chair? Do you have a hat sitting in your hair?
Hats are optional, but encouraged. Record scratch. It's drawing time with the racquetball king of the Oakland YMCA. It's drawing time with the racquetball king, Shawn Harris. Hi, everybody. I am Shawn Harris. I am an illustrator, as Julie said. Thank you for the introduction, Julie. I make books. This is my most recent book. It was written by Mac Barnett, who is my oldest friend, my oldest racquetball enemy. You may have, anybody just joining from the San Mateo County Libraries, you may be like, what are you talking about, this racquetball enemy business? I showed up for a collage workshop and a reading of a picture book. What is this, racquetball talk? Folks, a year ago, me and Mac Barnett played racquetball at the Oakland YMCA, which we do every week until a year ago when I beat Mac Barnett, and then we weren't allowed to leave our houses and go to the Oakland YMCA for a whole year, making me the racquetball king of the Oakland YMCA for a whole year. That's why it's in the theme song. Look, as Julie said, I have a special guest here today to read the latest book that I illustrated. Mac Barnett is here, but you know what? I'm gonna actually make Mac wait for just a minute, because this is a special Inside Out episode of Mac's Book Club Show, Drawing Time with the Racquetball King. Look, I was busy playing the guitar, so I couldn't show you my title card, but I also have a title card. You guys know that title card? Okay. So we're gonna do just really quick club business. My address is not, I have never given it out to the public, so I don't get interesting mail to talk about on the show. Except yesterday when I was thinking, oh man, I don't have any mail to read during club business, I got this book in the mail. This book is called Have You Ever Seen a Flower? It is my debut as both an author and illustrator. It comes out in May. So actually today for Club Business, I'd like to show you Shawn Harris's top 3 illustrations from his new book, Have You Ever Seen a Flower? I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to show you the top 3 illustrations, if I may. Get it? Top illustration number 1 starts in this corner. Goes a full spread of a graphite drawn city. Spread number 2, basically the opposite of that spread. Ooh and ah at your camera. Everybody's muted. I can't hear you, but I can feel your thunderous oohs and ahs. Favorite spread number 3. This one's a real head scratcher, folks. This is right in the middle. These are not end papers. This is right in the middle of the book. There is a page that is completely red right in the middle of the book. Why, as an illustrator, would I make a page that's completely red right in the middle of the book? I'm going to leave you scratching your heads on that one. Mac Barnett, are you there? Bring in Mac Barnett. Everybody, should we bring in Mac Barnett? Everybody, let's clap. Let's bring in Mac Barnett.
Wow. Thank you so. Shawn, it's an honor to be here on your show, Drawing Time with Shawn Harris. Congratulations on successfully spinning off your own show from Mac's Book Club show. This is what an amazing thing to have happen. What an honor to be here. I love your segments, Racquetball Talk, in which you just talk about beating me with racquetball. Racquetball, that's great. And well, yeah, thanks to everybody out there. I hope everybody's doing well. I don't know if we have any club heads out there, but if so, welcome to Shawn's show. How are you doing, Shawn?
And to everybody from the San Mateo County Libraries that's showing up, welcome to a lot of inside jokes with me and Mac Barnett.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I gotta say, Shawn, it's weird. It's weird being on your show. Whenever you're on my show, you have that theme, Drawing Time with Shawn Harris, right?
Right.
I hear from a lot of people who watch my book club show every Saturday. I read a book out loud on Instagram. Mm-hmm. People from all 7 continents watch this show, and they write me and they say that their favorite part of the show is your song, the Drawing Time theme with Shawn Harris. It makes me feel bad. Not my books, not Club Business, not Joke Time, but the song that you sing for yourself when you come on. So,
well, Mac, yeah.
I have a song for myself. I'm going to play it for everybody right now.
It's reading time with Mac Barnett on Mac's Book Club show. It's reading time with Mac Barnett. Let's read now.
That's you singing, Shawn. That's you. I tricked you. You!
Wow, technology is amazing these days.
Yep, so it's reading time. It's reading time with Mac Barnett on Drawing Time with Shawn Harris. And I'm going to read right now a book that we made together.
Let's read now.
All right. This book is called A Polar Bear in the Snow. A Polar Bear in the Snow, written by me, Mac Barnett, with art by Shawn Harris. There is a polar bear in the snow. Still asleep, he lifts his nose to sniff the air, and he awakens. There is a polar bear in the snow. Where is he going? Is he going to visit the seals? No. He's not hungry. Is he going to hunker in a cave? No. His fur protects him from the storm. Is he going to meet a man? No! There is a polar bear in the snow. Where is he going? Oh. He's going to the sea. He wants to play. And when he is done playing and he climbs back onto the snow, where will he go then? Who knows? And that is the end of that story. I'll pause now for your thunderous applause. Oh, thank you so much. What an amazing reading time on drawing time. So it's Shawn, you can actually applaud, by the way. You can. I can. You're unmuted.
I mean, is it? I wanted to like ambiently breathe through your reading of that book, you know, just kind of like a polar breeze blowing through.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Should we do some drawing time now? While you were reading, I moved my camera because this always takes me like an awkward minute.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm realizing there's an awkward minute where my camera is facing down at my desk.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, let me play a theme song while that's happening.
Oh, man.
It's drawing time with the racquetball king of the YMCA. It's drawing time with the racquetball king, Shawn Harris.
That's me. I'm up here. I moved my camera.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Today, let's do a slightly different collage workshop today. I'm going to show you today how I used stencils and collage techniques to make this polar bear that's on the front of our book. Okay? So if anybody has any paper laying around, we actually don't even need scissors today. If you have any paper, it can be scrap paper, it can be plain white pieces of printer paper, whatever paper you've got lying around. White paper works really well for this book. You may have noticed that the entire book that Mac just read for you is made out of white paper. We'll see if any questions come up in the Q&A.
Yeah, by the way, if you have questions, that's right. You can type them in the Q&A. We will be answering questions live today. So that's very exciting.
Yeah. Okay, the first thing I did is the long way, I folded my paper in half here. So I made a bit of like a colossal dog bun.
I think just a hot dog fold is.
Well, no, I'm gonna fold it in half again and make a hot dog bun.
But a hot dog fold, a colossal dog bun.
A colossal dog. It's like the big ones that you get at the A's game. Yeah,
that's so helpful.
Now we've made a hot dog bun. So we made first a colossal dog bun, and now a hot dog bun. So we folded this paper twice the long way. Now what I'm gonna do is on the side with the fold right here, I am going to go about just a little over halfway on the side here, and I'm going to take my little fingers and I'm going to rip a half circle. Now, my fingers are fairly big, so the circle is going to be about as big as the tip of my finger here. Your fingers are probably a different size than mine. So you can make yours the size of the tip of your finger if you want, or you can make them bigger. Maybe you can make it the size of the tip of my finger. It's hard to tell on Zoom, I know. So after we've got that hole ripped out, we are going to open this up once. Now we've got a piece of paper that's the size of a colossal dog. And about a hand's length from that hole, on the side that is folded here, I am going to rip out a triangle.
But on the fold side, not the.
On the fold side, yes.
Okay.
Yes, on the fold side, on the fold
Mhm.
side.
Okay.
I'm gonna rip out a triangle. It's gonna be a bit bigger than the circle, and it's not gonna be a perfect triangle, and that's okay. That's what I'm going for here. So it's just gonna be, you know, that's kind of a triangle, and that's gonna work perfect for what we're going for. So you guys have these shapes ripped out? All right, now what we're gonna do is unfold this dog bun, and all of a sudden, look at this. All right. Now, with a second piece of paper, did I mention we could use 2 pieces of paper? If you're grabbing that scrap paper, I hope you grab 2. And we are going to put the second piece of paper over the first. Now, if you have a pencil or a pen, any drawing utensil, I like pencil. I'll show you why in a minute, because I can smudge the pencil. But any drawing utensil, if you have a pen, that'll work too. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hold down this top paper. Now this is called a stencil. We just made a stencil. And this is how I made the ink spots in the book, A Polar Bear in the Snow. What I'm gonna do is turn my pencil kind of sideways-ish. So I'm using kind of like the fat side of the pencil. I'm gonna rub it here. Has anybody ever done a leaf rubbing or something? That's kind of the look we're going for here, where it's just sort of rubbing. We can be kind of messy, whatever. We're just making sure to kind of hold our stencil in place. Always keep the left hand holding the stencil down. All right, here we go. I'm doing the second hole in our paper. Look at that. Nice and sloppy. Third hole. This one's a little bit bigger. The paper might come up a little bit while we're drawing in it. That's cool. That'll make a cool effect.
That happened to me already on the eye.
Oh, you're doing it along with me.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that happens on the eye. Sometimes your paper will like go. It's cool. It'll look like it'll be a nice surprise when we lift up the paper. All right, are we ready to lift? Everybody ready to lift? This is my favorite part.
No, I'm not ready to lift.
All right, Mac, we're watching you right now.
No, we're not. You're spotlighted.
I can see you.
Well,
Okay. All right, we're lifting. Mac already lifted. Everybody, here we go. Ooh. Let's see yours, Mac. Are we on spotlight? Ooh, that looks great, Mac.
Yeah, he looks a little sad, but like on purpose.
For sure. Yeah, kind of a forlorn,
yeah,
lonely polar bear. Yeah.
Like a little worried, like me.
All right, so now the last you did a self-portrait as a polar bear.
Yeah.
Does anybody else's polar bear remind them of anybody? Anybody else do sad Mac Barnett polar bears? All right, the last thing that we're gonna do, folks, we've got these 3 stenciled spots, right? This is actually the second to last thing we're gonna do. I'm gonna take this paper that we used as our stencil, and I'm gonna use the edge of it as one more stencil here. Now, check this out. If you're using a pencil, what you can do is kind of scribble on the end of your paper, but on the stencil paper, okay? Now, I'm gonna take my finger, I'm gonna rub it in that graphite. You can get a little bit messy here, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of push that graphite up over the edge of my paper. A little floppy, doesn't look like much, right? I don't know. What's that? How cool is that actually gonna be? Check it out. Look what happens when I take the stencil off here. Ooh. All right. That, my friends, is how I made the polar bear on the cover of A Polar Bear in the Snow. Now, one last touch we can do, since we ripped our stencil here, one last touch that we can do, you can see the edges of the polar bear right here. Well, I used scissors for that one in the book, but you can see there's other places where I had this nice furry edge of the polar bear. I got this furry edge by ripping my paper. So actually, let's rip this polar bear's paper. What we're gonna do to get a controlled rip. Now, if you just rip straight up, there's a good chance that we're gonna rip straight through one of the polar bear's eyes. So we're gonna try to get a controlled rip. So what we're gonna do is use this left hand to kind of block the paper from ripping out into the section that we wanna rip. And we're gonna kind of go nice and slow, and I'm just gonna rip right here. And once I get to the end of my finger, I'm gonna move my hand again.
And if you're
That way-
if you're left-handed, then you would be doing this with your right hand probably.
Yeah, then just flip your Zoom screen. Here we go. And once I get to the end of my hand right there, I'm gonna move it again just to stop the rip from going where I don't want it to. Here we go. Gonna go up a little bit more, and I'm gonna actually pause over this eye here. I'm kind of ripping towards my hand, and my hand is stopping the paper from ripping where I don't want it. I'm gonna make an ear. So what I'm gonna do is put a couple fingers up about the width of an ear that I want, and I'm gonna block the paper from ripping that way. And I'm gonna start a new tear in that direction. I'm actually gonna tear that completely off. And I'm gonna turn my hand around, put those fingers back. This might be your whole hand, some of you. And I'm gonna rip back the other direction. And I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna have it meet that curve right here. Again, put down my hand, control the tear, stop, spin it, put down my hand, control the tear. I'm gonna turn it again, put down my hand, control the tear. How's everybody's tearing going? Is anybody having any tearing catastrophes, or is this controlling method working pretty well?
Mine is going okay.
All right.
I didn't know I didn't know we were doing this.
I mean, this show is full of surprises. We've got a crazy show today, folks.
Ugh.
And then I'm gonna come back to the top of the polar bear here, and I've got these square edges where I kind of gave up on that, and now I'm just gonna kind of go with my hands, sort of how we like tear open the top of like an M&M's container or something, or not container, what do you call it, bag, and just kind of go slow and round out those ears. And there we go. There's our polar bear. And if we want to put this polar bear, this is actually, if this was the cover of a book, it would be a polar bear on a desk. So now if I put one more piece of white paper underneath this polar bear, we have a polar bear in the snow. And if anybody wants to make use of this sheet, well, this kind of looks like it could be a pretty good polar bear mask. Although your mouth might come out the polar bear's nose and ruin the effect. Mac?
Yeah.
Do you,
Show me what you think of mine.
I'd like to see it. Let's see. Hold on. I think I'm pinned now. I can't see yours. Oh, there it is.
It's really good.
Oh yeah, that turned out great, Mac.
Yeah, I think it's really good.
Turned out great. Yeah.
That's a testament to you, though, Shawn.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Shawn, did you see that picture I sent you the other day of a polar bear like reaching into like a vehicle and maybe like giving a guy a little nuzzle?
That was wild.
That's crazy.
That was a wild picture. Mac, how does this work as a mask?
I think. Oh, I thought it was. You don't look like a polar bear.
No, it's not a good polar bear mask. This is a scary mask, though. If anybody also needs a scary mask after making the polar bear, there you have it. All right, everybody. It's a good time to transition into Q&A while you guys are finishing up your drawings at home, finishing up your controlled rips.
Oh, thank you so much, both of you, for coming today. It's been so much fun, a real pleasure to have you. We appreciate your time, and good luck with all your next projects, and hopefully we'll have you again in the future. Everyone, thank you for attending our webinar. Remember, you can go to our San Mateo County Library website, smcl.org, for more information about programs like this and events and in COVID-19 resources as well. So thank you all for coming.
I wanted to do this. Hold on.
Thank you, John.
I want to do this. I got to do this. Everybody, thanks for joining me today.
It's my move. That's my move.
Bye, everybody. See you soon.